Shabbat Shalom, Temple Sinai. This Shabbat we read Shalach Lecha, which is the story of scouting the land, going out and seeing what's out there, finding out what challenges we're going to face, and figuring out how to deal with those challenges. When you go and engage in an act of scouting like that, there are 2 or 3 possible outcomes. One is we come back and say, it's great, let's go. One is we come back and say, we're afraid, no, we're not going to go. And the other is the more likely outcome, which is a little of both. And that's the way life is. Sometimes there are things that are going to scare us, and sometimes there are things that are going to motivate us. And part of our challenge is to be like those who explored and to put it all in perspective and come back and say, no, yes, there are challenges, but no, we can do this. We can get through it together, and we can face all of this if we stay together. The numbers of the scouts were completely lopsided. The vast majority said, let's not go. And only a couple of voices spoke up and said, let's go. And so sometimes the majority isn't right. But we need to listen to that minority voice and follow them from time to time, because sometimes that minority voice gives us the motivation and the strength we need. And in this case, they were right. They said, let's go do this. We can accomplish this, and we can build a wonderful life for ourselves. If we do that here at the temple, it means that there are all sorts of projects we can take on, all sorts of new things we can learn and explore, all sorts of ways we can observe and come together and learn and grow and do. But we need to have the motivation to do it. We need to listen to those voices that say, come on, we can do this. Let's try something new. Let's explore and let's see what happens. I hope you'll hear some of those kinds of voices when you come to the temple next, whether it's my voice or the cantor's voice or anybody else's voice. Shabbat services this Friday are at 7 o'clock, and we're honoring our volunteers. So if you volunteered at the temple in any way over the last year, come so that you can get a special blessing and so that we can thank you publicly. Services Saturday morning are at Torah studies at 8:30, services at 9:15, and then we celebrate the bar mitzvah of Will Weisberg at 10:30. The following week is Pride Shabbat, and so we'll celebrate Pride and Pride Month. And the week after that is Watts Shabbat, so there's lots of special Shabbatot in June. Brotherhood also has an outing to the Pirates game, and so far Pirates are doing pretty well in June, so it might even be a win that night, you never know. But do sign up for the game, which is the 19th, and join us as we come together and motivate each other and learn from each other and discover how we can make the world better together. Shabbat Shalom for now. Look forward to seeing you in the temple.